What's up, guys? It's Mike with Travel Nursing Classroom, bringing you unbiased travel nursing advice. This is my home studio. Today we're covering a very important topic, the 4 habits of a successful travel nurse. That's right, especially some of these might seem kind of obvious, but once you hear the reasoning why they're successful traits, it's really going to help you out while you're traveling on the road. So you know how we like to do it around here. Let's jump right in. The first habit of a successful travel nurse is they manage their time well. And tell you what, this is more than just showing up and being on time. Of course, that's important. In fact, if you've seen my other videos, one of them talks specifically about the 3 reasons why nurses get fired from travel assignments, and that's one of the reasons is punctuality and attendance. So yes, of course that is important, and you want to do that while you're on assignment. But more than that, what a lot of people don't realize is when you become a travel nurse, it's actually there's never-ending deadlines. You're always going to be meeting deadlines, not only from the hospital, but from the company and things that you need to keep track of yourself. So things like licenses, certifications, resume, references, all of those things have to be up to date, and all of them are going to expire periodically. So when you're on an assignment, as long as you've got a good company who's keeping track of all your paperwork, which your paperwork packet with the company is going to be potentially dozens of documents, they're going to let you know, hey, you've got this expiring this month, you've got this expiring next month, you got to get in to do this, you got to find time to do, go renew this or that. So time management is so huge, especially when you're on an assignment away from home. Things are not exactly, you're not in your routine. So managing your time well, I see it time and time again. The nurses that can manage their time well are the most successful. So that's the first one. The second trait, this is a big one that's kind of surprising, but the second habit of a successful travel nurse is that they save money. Believe it or not, this is a huge problem in the travel nursing industry. I once had a nurse who had an assignment in California. She was from Nebraska, actually, but she couldn't get to California to make all sorts of money because she didn't have enough money saved up to drive her car to Nebraska from California. So guys, please, if you watch my other videos, we talk about this too, but companies will reimburse you for items, but they're not going to pay you up front. So what that means is you got to have some cash sitting up front to get to your assignment, not only for, while you're on the road, to pay for hotels, to make sure you're paying for gas or other car expenses, transportation, whatever that is. But when you get to assignment, a lot of times you're going to need to buy food right away. And if you find your own housing, a lot of deposits are required up front. So a pet deposit or some sort of down payment. So yes, you're going to get paid back and reimbursed all of those items, but up front, you need to make sure you've got some money, some liquid money that you can essentially spend a few $100 to make sure you get to your assignment, get started successfully. So that's a big one, guys. Save some money. Successful travel nurses do it, I promise. Number 3, in this one, there's a couple reasons why this is on here, but travel nurses, successful ones especially, they explore. And there's 2 reasons for this. Yes, exploration is part of the experience of being a travel nurse. Of course, you don't want to show up to an assignment and have it be all work and no play. There's some sort of saying in there, makes Jack a dull boy or something like that. Either way, yes, travel assignments, you're meant to show up and do some work, but guys, you got to make sure you have time to make friends, see new places. And this is important because it's going to you're going to figure out what you like and don't like, especially about certain areas. Do you like certain parts of the country? Do you like big cities or small cities, certain hospitals? So types of people, things to do in certain areas, what are your hobbies, etc. So exploring is going to give you the holistic picture of what you like and don't like as a travel nurse. So your future assignments, you're going to know exactly where you want to go, what you want to do, and not only that, but what you want to not do and where you don't want to go. So successful travel nurses know these things. So when you are on assignment, make sure to soak it in and explore. The second reason exploration is important is a topic about nurse burnout. And if you're a nurse, you know how easy it is to get burnt out. You guys, you nurses out there and healthcare professionals have a lot of stress on you, obviously all the time. So nurse burnout is a real thing. And if you think you've got burnt out on your permanent job, believe me, when you're a travel nurse and you're away from home and you're working that much harder, nurse burnout is a real thing. So that's another part why it's important to explore, have some fun while you're on assignment so you don't get burnt out. So that's the third trait, guys. Make sure you explore while you're on those travel assignments. The fourth one, and this one may seem kind of obvious, but the key word here is intentionally. Successful travel nurses intentionally make new relationships. And what I mean here, even more specifically than just finding some pals and buddies, yes, per my last point, that's important to have some fun. But more importantly, they make sure to make friends with coworkers. They make sure to make friends with their charge nurses and their managers. And the benefits of this in the professional side of things, the benefits are endless. A couple right off the bat, as I said earlier, you're always going to need updated references. And so if you make friends with your charge nurses and your nurse managers, you're always going to have fresh references. Not only that, but the travel nursing industry is volatile at times, especially as you begin to know what you like and don't like. You're going to have some hospitals and some experiences that you really enjoyed. And if you become friends with the nurse managers, the employees, the staff, etc., it's extremely easy. You're going to have a leg up over everybody if that hospital has a travel assignment open, and you can just call that nurse up, that nurse manager or that reference, and basically say, hey, I'm looking for an assignment. I see you guys are looking. Can I come back? They're immediately going to say yes. We're not going to worry about all of those other candidates, those 50 other applicants that we've got. You've been here before. You're successful. We know you. Thanks for saving my contact information and calling. Yes, come back. So guys, there it is. There's so many benefits if in the business world, on the professional side of things, to intentionally make those solid relationships. So boom, those are the four things: time management, save money, make sure to explore, have some fun, and intentionally make some solid relationships so that it can help you down the road. Guys, last thing here, subscribe below so you don't miss out these weekly videos where we hammer out these awesome videos and all these fun facts, tips, etc. And we always end these things with a question of the day. So I want to hear from you. In your opinion, what habit makes you a successful nurse? Even if you're not a travel nurse, what habit do you think makes you a successful nurse or healthcare professional? Appreciate it, everyone, and we'll talk to you on the next video.